breaking news, bloop, 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 bloop. Dr. Laura has decided to end her radio show. I know that it's
That's awesome.
I know. First of all, it's not a disaster. It's a good thing because this woman has been giving other individuals terrible advice for who knows how long. She is anti-feminist. She is a right-winger. She is not for women's rights. I don't like her. That being said, her radio show was so entertaining, it's not even funny. Like, she's a train wreck. And I loved listening to her because... I loved...
So, my conclusion from what you're saying is, you didn't like her, you loved her.
No, I actually hated her, but that was the reason why I listened to her show. Like, it was for some reason refreshing to yell at my radio on my way to work. So I'm a little sad that I don't get to listen to her outrageous advice anymore. But look, the reason why she quit, and by the way, she was talking to Larry King. She was just on television. And the reason why she said she quit is because her contract for a radio show is up, and she no longer wants to do radio because she wants to say whatever she wants to say without getting people mad. I'm going to read you her exact quote. She says, "My contract is up for my radio show at the end of the year, and I've made a decision not to do radio anymore. The reason is I want to regain my First Amendment rights. I want to be able to say what's on my mind and in my heart, and what I think is helpful and useful without somebody getting angry, some special interest group deciding this is the time to silence a voice of dissent and attack affiliates, attack sponsors. I'm sort of done with that." Okay, so she apologized profusely, okay, for offending a black woman and saying the N-word 11 times within the time span of 5 minutes. And she kept saying sorry again and again and again. This is the wrong thing. I can't believe I did it. Please accept my apology. And then she turns around, goes on the Larry King show and says, I want to have the right to say what's in my heart. Come on.
You know what this tells me? Which, of course, we already knew. It's all about the money, Lebowski. So when she said the N-word, she got in trouble, right? Mm-hmm. And as we explained at the time, what was more offensive was the context in which she said it, where, oh, black people are always complaining. You already got a black president. Yet you're still complaining. Why don't you take your chip off your shoulder? Before she even knew any of the facts of the circumstance, right?
Right.
So the sponsors get mad, so that her station groups get mad at her, so she comes out and apologizes over and over again. But it turns out it's totally bullshit, as we totally suspected, because the minute it doesn't work out and she doesn't, she's not going to go in that direction, money's not on the line anymore. She's like, oh, let me tell you what's in my heart. My heart is that these black people are always complaining. And they do have a chip on their shoulder, and I do want to say the N-word 11 times. Well, then why were you lying before? Because it was about the money, and you're a sellout, and you're a liar. And by the way, what's in your heart is terrible. And black people in this country are not a special interest group.
I know, she's ridiculous.
That was point one. That's all about, obviously, it was the money thing. And then she threw in there, and then all these people attacking sponsors and stations, yeah. So then she's like, I'm losing money. Number two, I'm so glad I got this before you, Jink. How soon is she going to be on Fox News?
Oh, I know.
Bet
okay.
You. Mark it down.
Oh, first of all, JR is 100% right about that, and I'll tell you why. So while she's talking to Larry King, she's like, yeah, I'm not going to do radio anymore. I'm not into that. But I'm not retired yet. This is her exact quote. She says, I'm not retiring. I'm not quitting. I feel energized, actually, stronger and freer to say the things that I believe need to be said for a people in this free country.
By the way, with the things that need to be said in this country, the N-word, that's what needs to be said 11 times in this country. And by the way, if you got the kind of racism in your heart that Laura Schlesinger has, and look, go back and watch our tapes on that. It's not about the word itself. It's about everything else she said surrounding it. All these incredible and hideous assumptions about black people in this country. If you got that kind of racism in your heart, yeah, you guys are right. There is one place for you. Fox News will swoop you up. They'll love you. They'll let you go.